2016. There were some really bad movies in this year, and ours in particular are
awful.
Awful. There's no other way to endorse it. Awful. I'm going to let you start. What is your worst film of 2016?
So, I do not dislike a lot of superhero movies, but of all the ones I've seen, this has got to be the worst.
Okay.
Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
The world. God versus man. Day versus night.
You're psychotic.
That is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
I've known a few women like you.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
You know the oldest lie in America is that power can be innocent.
Wow.
Or, as I should give this a better title, Tennessee versus Baltimore, Dawn of Football. We all remember that game, don't we?
I don't know. I don't watch sports, so I'm assuming that I'm sure.
A 9-7 Tennessee Titans team beats a 14-2 Baltimore team.
Oh, I see. It was the unlikelihood of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Got it. Gotcha.
Like, Derrick Henry just destroys Lamar Jackson. I don't know how.
Okay. Well, that for you sports fans out there, I'm sure you don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yours is Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
God, we had a lot to say about this movie, but I'm gonna let you go
So,
ahead.
this takes place after the events of Man of Steel. Society doesn't feel like they actually need a Superman to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
And since Batman is in agreement, he is on a mission to kill Superman.
Well, kind of. It's more like they kind of butt heads a couple of times, and then there's this shadowy orchestrator, Lex Luthor, who basically pits them sort of against each other. And obviously you have the new Batman as you have Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Who I thought was one of the redeeming factors of this movie. Now, that being said, I don't hate this movie nearly as much as you do.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's your worst of that year.
Yep.
I don't think it's a great film. I think the 3-hour Ultimate Cut is much better, but, yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Yes, and you should still see it, but this movie is a mess, and I'm
Yeah.
going to let you...
I mean, did anyone think that a Batman versus Superman story would actually be a good concept?
I'm sure the filmmakers did.
I mean, Wonder Woman was honestly, for me, the best part.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even, like, in the fight, except with Doomsday, who was a CGI mess.
Yeah, just a CGI cave troll from Lord of the Rings. It was really bad. I don't even know why you say that.
Lex Luthor honestly reminded me more of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker than he did the Lex Luthor of, let's say, Superman Returns.
Yeah, I haven't seen Superman Returns. I haven't heard really good things, but Jesse Eisenberg was seriously over the top, zany, felt like he was in a totally different movie.
Yeah.
It didn't fit, and every time he was on screen, it was like, oh, okay, and you just kind of like put up with him. So.
And basically, Batman only wants to kill Superman basically under Lex Luthor's orders, and Superman wants to kill Batman under Lex Luthor's orders, just so that Lex Luthor can destroy the world with Doomsday.
Yeah, like...
That's basically the entire plot of the movie.
Yeah, it's like, what? And for a 2.5-hour theatrical cut, and for a ultimate 3-hour cut, not a whole lot happens. Like, it's a very slow-moving, very dark, brooding film with political undertones. It's like, I wish it was more fun.
Yep. And if I were to name the worst part about this movie,
yeah,
it's when Batman is about to stab Superman with kryptonite.
Here it is.
And Superman's all like, save Martha. And instead of Batman actually thinking about actually saving Martha, he's like, why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
It completely freaks out. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever.
It doesn't.
And just the way that Superman said, save Martha, they're gonna kill. Why call her Martha? It's like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. It stops Batman from killing him. It's like, ooh, that choice was just. Somebody
Yeah.
thought of that, and some executive should have said, no, we're not doing that.
Yep.
But somehow it made it past the executive or executives, and it's in the finished product.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I would also say some decisions made with Amy Adams, Lois Lane was also like head-scratchingly confusing and stupid and major facepalm worthy. It was like,
And the whole film just made no sense.
yeah, that's true. The whole film doesn't really make any sense.
At least Captain America versus Iron Man was an on par match.
Yep.
They're both like normal guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They are. And I think that's where the MCU has excelled more. I mean, Captain America: Civil War came out the same year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did, and it was like an incredible film. And yet, Batman v Superman only came out a couple months prior, and it just,
I know.
wow, it showed where the MCU was comfortably, and it showed where the DCEU was at the time. It's in a better place now.
I mean, it had a good opening day and weekend, but terrible reviews.
And the drop for the second weekend was also massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that tells you everything you need to know. Like, people were excited about it. Then when they saw the movie, it was like, oh, God.
Yep.
So there you go. Batman v Superman. Wow. Didn't know it was on your worst.
Yep.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised as to where I rank it.
I'm sure I will be, which we will be getting to shortly.
Yep. Alrighty.
My
Your pick?
Yeah, my worst film of 2015 is, oh my lord, it is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 2016, my bad, The Fifth Wave.
You will learn to think, move, and fight like soldiers.
I want to be ready.
You won't get very far on your own. Grab the gun and snap my hand away. Good.
How are we supposed to fight them if we don't even know what they are?
What are you? They took everything from me.
My sister's coming.
Sam! This is our world. This is our home. Move! Our only choice is to take it back.
Drop it!
I know you're human.
How?
Because if you were one of them, you would have shot me already.
And a lot of people probably don't even remember this movie because the YA dystopian genre kind of died with the Hunger Games, especially after Harry Potter and the Hunger Games kind of perfected it and then ended, you know, and then Divergent just basically like had a coma and died.
Yeah.
And then of course the Maze Runner trilogy's in there as well, which actually ended up finishing, so props to that. That's a different video though. Yeah, so The Fifth Wave is one of the most boring, generic, just head-scratchingly frustrating movies I've seen in a long time. I thankfully didn't see it in the theaters. I watched it on a whim on streaming. Chloe Grace Moretz deserves better than this. Nick Robinson deserves better than this. Liev Schreiber, why is he in this movie? He does nothing. This movie was so tired. I don't know why this book series was adapted at all. It was an interesting premise. It felt a little different from the other YA movies that it was clearly way too similar to. And it also was trying to set up a franchise, failed miserably. Don't know why there was a love triangle in it. The aliens were not interesting whatsoever. It didn't even really show the aliens ever. It was just this slog to get through, and I will never watch The Fifth Wave again.
Yeah.
I don't even... Chloe Grace Moretz was in a good place acting-wise, and she still is, but why did she take the role of this movie, or why did she take this movie on? I will never know. It is just, it's not even so bad, it's good, it's just a bad film, nothing memorable. Wow. Do not watch it.
Alright.
You see it come up in streaming, you see it in the theaters, I'm sorry, in the stores. Don't even bother.
Alrighty.
Don't waste your time. It's time you will never get back.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Well,
so Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice for you, and The Fifth Wave for
7
me.
years down, 3 more to go.
3 more to go. 2017.